All right, welcome back. I got a great one for you today. Simple as usual. We're going to do a broccoli and chicken stir fry. No wok needed. We're going to actually do this in a regular saute pan, but here's how I do it, all right? To make it really simple. The first thing I want to do is I want to create the actual sauce, right? To me, get the sauce to exactly where you want it, and then we can start the sauteing part of the actual chicken and the broccoli. And for the sauce, I got a couple of little things that kind of take it to the next level, as I normally share with you, which makes this sauce kind of extra special in my opinion. All right, so I've got a little sauce pot here, and the first thing we're going to do is, you always know, I'll use canned products as long as I can add other things to them to make them even better. So today we're going to use some regular store-bought stir-fry sauce. Let's keep it simple, people. You know how I do. All right, so we're going to use this whole bottle here and just put that in there. And you can see it's kind of thick. And then we'll thin that down a little bit with about a cup of chicken stock or broth. We will add a teaspoon of ginger. I want to add a couple of sprinkles of some red pepper flake. This is optional. And then, of course, a tablespoon, which is equivalent of about 2 cloves of garlic. All right. And we'll just get this mixed in together, like so. And I have not turned the heat on at all right now. All I want to do is just get this mixed in. And now, the little trick that I think, for me anyway, and I think for you too, is I want to add a little bit of citrus, a little bit of bite to kind of counteract some of this stir-fry sauce. And we'll do that by adding some orange juice. So I've got just some basic Tropicana orange juice. We're probably going to use, let's say, a 1/4 cup. Perfect, just like that. Now I'm going to turn the heat on, down to a simmer. Basically what we want to do here is we're just going to let this reduce down, right? And you see it's not real thick. We don't want it real thick, because this is going to thicken up in our saute pan with our broccoli and our chicken. All right, so we'll just let this go. We're going to let this simmer down. It's going to reduce slowly. So keep this on a low simmer for about 5 to 7 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. But just kind of watch it, stir it on occasion, watch it reduce down, and then just put it aside, and then we'll start the saute process. I will be right back. Stay right there. Okay, so now our sauce is reducing down, and there is one more ingredient that I'm going to add to the sauce. I'll show you that in a minute. But let's get to the saute part. Okay, like I said, no wok is needed. I've got a nice high-end saute pan here, chicken fryer, whatever you want to call it. Let's get the heat going. And we'll put an extra virgin olive oil, as we always do. Get that going like that. And I've got my chicken breast or strips or tenders or whatever you want to use is fine, okay? This is totally up to you. I like white meat for this. I think it works out the best. But again, whatever you want to use is the best. And what we'll do, first thing I want to do is we want to season these, as we always do, with kosher salt and cracked black pepper. Okay. Left hand turn. Get on the other side. Kosher salt and cracked black pepper. Now, once the seasoning is on, before we start to get these starting to get brown, what I want to do is, I've got some regular all-purpose flour here, and I have some cornstarch. Cornstarch is like the hidden Asian trick. I mean, really, it's used in almost everything. And what it does is it actually makes this crispy. We want this to be like crispy. Like when you go and you get like General Tso's chicken and all that stuff, it's nice and crispy. That's because they've added cornstarch. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm just gonna use my hands. We're probably gonna do about a tablespoon is all we need. And you just mix that in there like that. And then here, I'm just gonna sprinkle this on top. And then just kind of go like this. All right, we just want a dusting, okay? And now, move this out of the way. And we will start laying our chicken in. Turn the heat down. By the way, when you put in any kind of protein, meat, whatever, into a hot pan, you want to use your hand and move away from the oil. Move away from the oil, okay? Away. So you don't get that splatter up into your face. You know, a lot of people don't like to cook because they had a bad experience, right? Burn themselves, burn their face. I get it. But these little tips and tricks will really help you alleviate having those types of problems. And those are the exact things I talk about in my ebook, right? It's not a cookbook, it's actually an ebook. It's all the tips and tricks and techniques and what spices to use and what kind of pans and pots to use and how long to bake something and when to roast something, when to grill something. It's all there for you in the ebook. Again, not a cookbook. It's an instructional manual to get you really, really going to raise your kitchen confidence. There's a link in the description box below. Grab a copy, all right? Now, we're gonna let these go for about 5-10 minutes, probably 10-12 minutes actually. You wanna get them, you see they're starting to get a little bit of brown. You want to get these nice, and add a little bit more extra virgin olive oil. Already tell that that cornstarch is building. You can see it getting there. So when we come back, I'll show you after I put them all over how crispy and dark they are and beautiful and golden brown. We'll add our broccoli, then we'll go back to our sauce and we'll finish this up. Don't go anywhere. Stay right there. All right, come on in here. Look at the golden brownness of this. That's what that cornstarch does. Doesn't that look amazing? And these are cooked about 3/4 of the way through, exactly where we want them at this point. And what we will do now is we will talk about the broccoli. All right, no surprise to anyone. This was frozen broccoli, okay? Frozen broccoli spears, okay? You can get the florets if you want, but I like the spears for the stir fry. I don't know. There's something about the longer, I prefer that. But you can get whatever you want. Frozen, perfecto is all you need. But before we do anything, we must give this frozen product some flavor. A little kosher salt, a little black pepper, mix it around a little bit. Now, of course, I ran this in a colander under some warm water to get the ice off, as I've talked about many times. A little bit more kosher salt, a little bit of black pepper. All right. Now, once we've got that, let's go in with our chicken. I don't know if we're going to need all of the broccoli today, so we will stop there and see where we're at. We just mix these all together like so, and let these start to come together as one, as we like. Okay? So, again, one of the things that's so important is layers of flavor. So we've got our chicken, we've browned that nicely, we added that little bit of cornstarch flour mixture, it's nice and golden brown. Now we've added the frozen broccoli spears. We want all of this to come together. We want to get the juices of the broccoli, we want to get all of those vitamins in with the chicken and the protein to start to come together as one, the most important thing. So we'll let this sit for just about, cook for about, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes, not very long. It's going to finish cooking that chicken, and it's going to heat the broccoli through and start developing flavor. It's even going to brown that broccoli a little bit, is what we want. When we come back, I'll show you what it looks like. We'll finish up that sauce that we started in the very beginning of the video, and I'll show you there was one more ingredient I want to add to the sauce before we add it to this pan and we finish up the entire dish. We're about to really dig in for some deliciousness. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, come on in here. Look at this. I mean, does this look amazing or what? The other thing that I've talked about before that I love about frozen vegetables is that they actually hold their color really well, which just makes the presentation so much better. Plus, like I've said to you before, all the nutrients and vitamins are locked in. The flavor is so amazing. But oh, that looks so good. Chicken is completely cooked through. So what we'll do now is I'm just going to put this aside, just like here. And we are going to come back to our sauce. The sauce that we started out earlier. Now I want you to look how it's reduced down. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That is just gorgeous. And before we do anything else, we must taste, as we always do. All right? Taste to see where we are on the flavor profile. That's really good. And it has a little bite to it, which I like. So like I said, the red pepper flakes, totally optional. I like a little bite, and it's in there. But here is the last little secret. You know I always bring something for you, right? I do want a little bit of sweetness in here. You could go brown sugar. You could go white sugar. I kind of want to keep with the thickness of the sauce, right? So I want to add another sauce that has some sugar in it. Barbecue is perfect. So I got a little Sweet Baby Ray's here. Use whatever you want. Probably going to use about 2 tablespoons maximum. And it's going to add the exact little bite of sweetness that we need. That is perfect right there. All right, we're not making barbecue sauce. We just want to add another layer of flavor. And man, oh man. So let me just see what we got here. See how it coats the spoon? That's what you want. That is perfect right there. You want it to coat the spoon. All right, let's take this. That did it. That's fantastic. All right, let's go back to our stir fry, and let's now add our sauce in. Yeah. Unbelievable, right? And we just bring this all together to make it come together as one. Oh, baby. That looks incredible. Once you've got your sauce in here, again, the whole key to amazing cooking is to let all of the flavors come together. Let the chemistry happen. Bring everything together. Let them mold as one. That takes time and temperature, right? So we're gonna let this go for 5 minutes, maybe 7 minutes, low simmer. Let all the ingredients come together. Now that we have this beautiful sauce in here, we're gonna plate it up. We're gonna finish it off maybe with a little extra little garnish on top. We're gonna take a taste. I'm already getting hungry. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back to finish this up. All right, come on in. After about 5 or 7 minutes, you see everything has come together beautifully. Look at that. Whoa, my goodness gracious. Now, nothing but to take it to the plate. Wow. Chicken is still beautifully moist. You can see it. Broccoli is holding all of its color, the flavor. The sauce has picked up everything. Look at that. This will serve 2 to 4 people easily. So once you get that down like that, a little housekeeping here as we always do. Clean this up just a little bit. There we go. Like so. And now we just take the rest of this sauce, which is really the star of the show, and we just go on top like that. And then we will finish it off and garnish with a little bit of sesame seed. And there you have it, my friends. Easy, no walk. Chicken and broccoli stir fry. You saw how easy it was, how fresh it is, how delicious it looks. Now it's time to see how delicious it tastes, right? Okay, let's get in here. This chicken just looks, look at that. Oh, it's just basically falling apart, but it's so cooked so perfectly. Like so. Oh, baby. Literally better than any restaurant. I mean, seriously. You put this in front of your family, friends, strangers, neighbors. I'm telling you, people that don't even like you will learn to love you. Seriously. This is fantastic. And as you saw, I mean, it does not take a whole lot, all right? I'm trying to keep it really simple for you, but at the same time, adding a couple of ingredients that take it to another level, and then learning the techniques and the tips and the tricks along the way will make you a more confident kitchen cook. And that's what this channel is all about. I am Chef Brian. I'm so glad you joined me on this episode. I can't wait to see you next time right here on Chef Brian's Kitchen. And remember, as always, eat well and stay healthy.